Joining me now to discuss how other European countries will react to David Cameron's demands from our London studio is Vincenzo Scarpetta, a policy analyst with Open Europe, which is a Eurosceptic think tank that calls for reform of the EU. Thanks for joining me. Now, we don't know exactly yet what's going to be in the PM's letter. Is he on a mission impossible to win over the other 27 member states?
I think the bottom line of our exercise, of our European reform heat map, is precisely that the renegotiation, of course, is not going to be easy, but all is still to play for, because the vast majority of countries are open-minded vis-à-vis David Cameron's EU reform plans, but they remain to be convinced. So I think the chance of success is there.
Well, of course, the real thorny issue is Cameron's demand for a 4-year waiting period for migrant workers to claim benefits here. How is that likely to go down?
Well, I think the proposal to limit migrants' access to in-work benefits is likely to be the single most difficult item on David Cameron's agenda, and I think the issue there is a few European Union member states think that the Prime Minister is trying to bury the fundamental principle of free movement, which is of course not what the UK is trying to do. So that's why there are strong reservations, for example, in a number of Central and Eastern European member states. As regards our map, I think we need to bear in mind that when we see red on our map, it doesn't mean that certain countries such as Poland or the Czech Republic are absolutely impossible to convince for Cameron, but it means that it will be hard work because they have strong reservations. But I think once it's been explained that what the UK is trying to do is to reform the rules on access to welfare, and it's not trying to undermine the more fundamental principle of free movement, I think the chance of success for David Cameron will increase.
Do you think 4 years could simply be a negotiating position?
Well, I think that's the proposal that has been put forward, the idea that has been put forward by David Cameron. It could be an opening gambit. We don't know at the moment, because we don't know the details of the letter that will be sent tomorrow, and we don't know what will come out of the negotiations. So, I mean, I think it's too early now to prejudge what the outcome could be.
What about his desire for national governments to be given more power? Who's likely to object to that in the other member states?
This is another important item on the agenda, and I think while pretty much all EU member states are talking a good game about the need for national parliaments to be more involved, on the very specific proposal of a red card, so of giving groups of national parliaments the power to block European Union legislative proposals, I think some countries, such as, for example, Spain or Belgium, may have reservations, because these countries have a very strong emotional attachment to the process of European integration, and they may think that giving national parliaments the power to veto EU legislation may hamper future integration. But I think, again, these countries can be convinced, and it will not be easy, but it's not going to be impossible if David Cameron can do a good job of explaining exactly what the UK is trying to achieve.
So it sounds from what you're saying like there's still all to play for.
Absolutely. I would say that that's the bottom line of our exercise. All is still to play for. The letter that David Cameron will send tomorrow will give new, fresh political impetus to a negotiation that so far has been going on at the technical level. So we will have to wait and see.
Vincenzo Scarpetta, thank you so much for coming in this evening. Thank you.